Chapter 3 is to build a fire. The last chapter yesterday was just introducing us to the character String Bean, which his real name is Jasper. He was caught in the tent, and we kind of learned that he's a free cat. He's afraid of everything, and now he's afraid of tents. So that should be interesting if he's camping, right? And he's afraid of tents. If I can move this here, there. Okay, Chapter 3. Our group had reserved 12 sites on the campground. Right away, the dads turned 2 sites into the cooking and eating areas. They carried over a bunch of picnic tables and put them in a U shape. It looked really cool. There was an open field across the way. Beyond that, a lake with a little sandy beach. We found my dad and Mr. Jordan by the cooking area. They were laughing, unloading food, and putting things in order. "Who's cooking tonight?" Ralphie asked. "You're looking at him," my dad said. Ralphie whispered to me, "I hope your dad is a better cook than driver. I thought we were never going to get here." My dad frowned. "I heard that, Ralphie." "Never fear, Chef Jones is here. Spaghetti dinner tonight. I promise not to take any shortcuts." Looking for the meatballs. We told them about String Bean's missing tent poles. Mr. Jordan knelt down in front of String Bean. "Don't worry, Green Bean. We'll find a place for you to sleep." Jasper mumbled, "It's String Bean, sir." Mr. Jordan looked confused. He couldn't understand String Bean's mumble jumble. "String cheese?" he asked. "Do you want a piece of string cheese?" "Never mind," String Bean said. My dad spoke up. You can sleep with Jigsaw's brother Daniel and Nick. They have extra room in their tent. And there's String Bean. There's them with the food tables. Mr. Jordan stood and pointed. "Ah, here comes everybody." We saw a large group of kids walking towards us from the lake. They were wet and smiling. "You guys missed it!" Mila Yee cried out. "The lake's awesome! Where have you been?" Mila was my friend and partner. We did our detective work together. Mila looked at us, then looked at my dad. "Don't tell me your dad got lost again." "Lost?" my dad said. "Lost? I wouldn't call it lost." Mr. Jordan laughed. "What would you call it then?" My dad arched an eyebrow. Can you guys picture what that looks like if he arched an eyebrow? "We took the scenic route," he replied. "Anyway, gather some wood, kids. We'll make a bonfire tonight. In the meantime, I'll start cooking." After dinner, Lucy Hilter's father taught us how to build a proper fire. Then, he firmly told us that we should never, ever build a fire. I scratched my head and watched. "You need 3 kids of wood." Oh, kids, that doesn't make sense. "You need 3 kinds of wood for a fire," Mr. Hiller explained. He held out a handful of pine needles, dry grasses, and wood shavings. "This is called tinder. It catches fire easily and burns fast." He set a small pile in the fire area. "Next, we need kindling. These dry twigs will do nicely." He set them on top of the tinder in the little pyramid. Mr. Hiller lit the tinder. A few small flames began to lick at the kindling. Do you think the flames were really licking the kindling? What do you think they mean by that? Maybe it was starting to touch the kindling? Mr. Hiller explained, "When the kindling catches, we'll add larger pieces of wood. Dead, dry sticks are the best. There seems to be plenty lying around. Go find some boys and girls. Remember, don't hurt any trees. Leave the living branches alone. I only want dead wood that's already on the ground." I'll show you the picture first. Oh, that's one of the fun things to do, is gather all the sticks and stuff for a fire. After we gathered wood for the fire, it got dark. A gang of us played flashlight tag in the field. Then it was story time. Mr. Hitchcock told us the coolest scary stories, and along with it, we ate s'mores. It's only the greatest food on the planet. So it sounds like he's having a good time so far, huh? I wonder if the mystery is going to be who took String Bean's poles. Because they said the poles were missing. I don't know, maybe that's the detective work he has to do. I could be wrong though. Alright, next week after spring break, we will read Mr. Hitchcock Tells a Story. So maybe we'll learn about the scary stories he's telling around the campfire.